Shame on the Washington Post. Shame on them. The Washington Post posted a story with this headline: COVID is no longer mainly a pandemic of the unvaccinated. Here's why. That headline is misleading and it's inflammatory. Right-wing anti-vaxxers that are complete nut jobs are making this article go viral and using it to validate what they've been saying about vaccinations, using it as a reason to not get vaccinated, using it to say, aha, we were right and you were wrong, you're all gonna die because you're vaccinated, when that's not what the article says. But they know these nut jobs are not going to read the article. In the article, it goes into much greater detail and it talks about being unvaccinated still being a major risk factor for dying from COVID-19. It goes into talking about how vaccines lose potency against the virus over time. And it talks about the different variants that are out there and talks about why boosters are important. And it specifically states in the article that it is still true that vaccinated groups are at a lower risk of dying from COVID-19 infections. But you see, these anti-vax nut jobs, they're not going to dive into the article and read what the article has to say. They are only going to go by the salacious title of the article and spread it all over the internet and spin the narrative to fit what it is that they are saying. Shame on you, the Washington Post. You knew what you were doing. And because of this, more people will die. You're right. Reading is fundamental. But do you think her and her rabid base care about reading the article? This is Laura Ingraham from Fox News sharing the article, but caption it by saying, finally admitting the truth about the vaccines. Kind of, sort of. Vaccinated people now make up a majority of COVID deaths, the Washington Post. People like Laura Ingraham is the reason why the Washington Post should have been more responsible when putting out that article, when titling that article. They know that people like Laura Ingraham will take just the title of that article and share it amongst their ill-informed base to continue the spread of misinformation.